Hey, everybody! Welcome. Today we're going to talk about some different game rules and aspects of the gameplay. Every time I play, I try to do something new, and we made it like this 2D side-scrolling adventure game level, and I want to ask some rules about AotP and Heroescape and all things Magic the Gathering. So,
Yeah, you have a lot of fun for sure, dude. This stuff is nutty.
I try to think outside the box, and just like we were talking last night about like the professor and how he was switching the game was fantastical and came with a bunch of huge pieces and big terrain. I always wanted to try to do that. So this game or level or mission, what we're doing, it comes from Chapter 8, The Summer's Embrace, from a storyline called Captain Alec and the Winter Soldier. And what he is the Casket of Endless Winters had been opened and released all this chaotic magic, in so much that it changed the world and the landscape. So like there's all these pockets of chaotic magic, very similar to what happened to Teferi in his like time stuff, where everything got stuck in time bottles.
I don't know anything about Teferi. That's interesting. Other than I know he's like the time planeswalker.
Yeah, no, so it's very interesting because I always try to pull I just try to know stuff about that in general, and I feel like that's where it'll fill in a lot of the gaps for your gaming if you love the AOTP. Because it's fun to also go and recreate a lot of the battles that have happened in Magic, famous events in Magic together. Recreated the miniatures and play the game. It's like, oh, okay, like this is the way it could have ever been played or gone or happened. So, but anyway, this is something totally unique and made up. So the story ended with the party standing before the frozen labyrinth, the last known location of the Casket of Endless Winters. They now begin to navigate to the next phase. Let's see here. So, what is this? So this one's called. So like the whole next chapter was chapter 9. So from chapter 8, they entered the frozen labyrinth and they passed through like the red light, which was like getting the embrace of the god of summer to look for his 3 like legendary artifacts that are hidden within the labyrinth, and if you can get all those artifacts, you can conjure up some summer magic to help fight the winter god Ariel, the Frost Maiden. So as they explored the labyrinth's winding corridors, they encountered like frozen barriers. So like I think about like this hill, where like I could have just tried to smush it into the back corner and make it so like they really can't. Like, oh, where are we supposed to go? This is all ice. There's all the scorpions and evil-looking beastmen. Okay. So
what are those things, by the way? What are those little figures? What are they? Just like beastmen? Is it like a werewolf? What is that?
I think there's some kind of Marvel secret. I have to get back to you on because I don't remember what the heck they are called off the top of my head.
Okay.
They're HeroClix.
Yeah, HeroClix. Okay.
Yeah, I rebased them. Let's see. These are D&D miniatures.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Wait, what is that? A lizard or a spider?
These are like little scorpions.
Scorpion. Okay.
Like
I didn't even see those.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Let's see. Oh, so what is it? So you think about, okay, they use they have the grace of summer. Well, they melt the ice, and they're like, well, where do we go now? We can't go and fight those guys. Eventually, it comes to, well, we have to go up. And what it does is it causes the party to advance into something I like to call the mini game. And that's how I always introduce like new aspects to my games, is through some kind of mini game or puzzle. And what is it? I guess one of my characters, he stands really stoic. When the path ends, he kind of looks forward, and he starts chanting, and he says, "Ventum ascendi, Ventum ascendi." And the other characters are kind of like, "Well, what should we do? We don't know what to go." And he says, "My friends, the path that awaits up here, up high." And he said, "Okay, fine." So the idea was that we could do one space move, one forward. I didn't do any kind of two spaces to charge through heavy snow.
Yeah, like the heavy snow. Yeah, dude, that's such a trash mechanic anyway.
It's such a, like you said, it does have like a crappy feeling to it. I don't know. I mean, we're already going to be climbing. Whoops. We're already going to be climbing, so.
Dude, it murders your range 1 figures to nuke their movement like that.
Yeah, so what is it? So the 1, 2, 3, 4, you get one step.
So is that what you do? Like, do you just eyeball how to climb those? Since like you don't have it like marked?
It's really just a piece of cardboard or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, we could stack it first, but okay, so that would be the base level 1, 2, and then again. I guess I'll take a look here. But yeah, I guess it would be what, 4, so it's actually kind of closer more to like 5 then.
Maybe.
It seemed like actually higher than that. 1 more 6.
Oh my gosh.
So I was given it a discount by 4, but
you did.
What is it? I was kind of using the idea of that. Dang, if I made it 6, me and my friends would have very different. So okay, so that good to know. That's actually 6. But yeah, we did 4, and we had all 3 of us hanging on the stairs. Get the little guys moving around. We're gonna keep going. And so 4 and 4, and kept moving. But what is it? When we were over here though, we did have these snow golems over here, and they were throwing their snowballs down at us. And I think they had like a range of 5, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like this guy would throw his snowball and hit you if you're still hanging out on the stairs for too long. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, and you said you were using the triple snowball attack, right?
The triple snowball.
That's brutal, dude.
30 times, like the guy was dying before he could even get up to the first step. It was like, oh my god, my guy was at 1 health.
Yeah.
Before he was going.
Triple snowball attack is brutal. That's exactly why. Well, that and yeah, it's like range. I think didn't we talk about that on the Discord in the text chat where we were like, yeah, like you effectively have a castle going on here where like there's like range dudes just like raining hell down on the guys who are like trying to climb up.
Yeah, no, it definitely is.
Yeah, so it's like for that it's like just change it to a single attack of like maybe 3 or 4 dice, and it's like you know he'll probably survive his way up, or like give him a lot of healing spells or something, defense spells, so that he can get his ass up there and do his thing.
And then the characters that are down here, I mean, they didn't have anything to shoot or attack. They have no actual physical way to even get up there. The closest way would be that from the ladder they drop down and roll for that falling damage. But then it's not just falling damage; it was the major falling, because isn't there falling damage, major, and extreme?
That's only for Hero Escape. Strictly AOTP rules. That's only strictly AOTP. There's nothing past normal falling damage. Although I mean, frankly, like we're probably going to implement something like that at some point. But yeah, strictly AOTP rules. You can literally jump 100 tiles down. You just roll 1 fall damage. That's it.
Yeah. No. So very interesting. Okay. Cool. But yeah, so like, all right. Oh, I was gonna say you couldn't even see that the ladder that was pointing at. All right. So what is it? So the characters are climbing up the ramp. Another 4. Yeah. Well, maybe he got 5 or 6. So that would be 4, and then this break here because it's this kind of wonky, uneven bend in the cardboard. Yeah, I was just doing 5 and then 6. So 2 to get up to there, and then these would just be normal movements. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Well, Spider-Man probably wouldn't have another 3. Moving guys. Let's do that.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man would be able to do this 1 second, right?
What was that?
I said Spider-Man would be able to do this 1 second, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, with the web
What
flying
is it?
ability.
Yeah, yeah. Spider-Man. And this was just a guy I made out of green stuff. I was trying to make like a goblin scene, but he kind of
Looks like a
didn't come
goblin.
out right.
Looks
Yeah, I
like
was
a
trying to make it
goblin
look
wizard or something. Yeah, goblin mage.
Yeah, that's cool. It's like, because I want him to be so. So then, what is it? Because like you can move through that, you just can't stop there.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah, you just can't. Right. And the way I always play is if the figure can land on the hex, then it can stay on there.
Okay. You know, I don't know what the AOTP movement rules are, but at least for HeroScape, like I'm pretty sure the rulebook says like if you're like while you're moving, if your figure can't fit on each individual hex, then it can't move through that hex.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
think that exists for AOTP though, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Right. Okay. So was Spider-Man be in the little corner? But then I think it, and it would just I think we were just doing it would just be another one to get through here because we were like 1, 2, 3, and then I think this was another 4 because this one's all like another little walkie step 1, 2,
Huh.
and then this would have been another 4 to kind of
My
do the climb
goodness.
to get to do the climb to get up through there, and then the little chat over here. He'd go through. But then here's the interesting, and here's the real parkour move or whatever. It was jumping up here, another 4. But then it's not like you could go from here to here. They're like, oh yeah, we're just gonna jump up here. I'm like, no, you gotta go over here first,
Uh-huh.
and then
Can
climb
you
up.
can you turn your camera so maybe it's like a little higher? Like yeah, you're almost going off of my feed right now, or the feed that I can see, I should say.
No, you're right though. Let's do it. So let's see, Spider-Man's up there.
Yeah, that's a little better. That's good. That's probably fine. Beautiful. Oh my
So then
goodness.
he would have to then do the, I guess another 4. That's the
That's like a
EDF
big old
4.
jump. Yeah.
That's gotta be a brutal jump. Could you imagine trying to do that?
What was that?
Trying to you have to crawl through the cave and then when you're on all fours, jump to a platform that's probably longer than your wingspan.
Oh well. homebrew rules.
I don't know what I call that obstacle, but it's awesome.
So I think it's time for an athletics check. Plus,
Another 4.
add your power to your athletics stat or athletics roll. Yeah.
See, so the little guy, he tried to roll. It's like, we better have just thrown it together. Set the manager down. But it was fun. I mean, it took us a long time. The whole time, though, you're doing this, you do look up and you're like, oh, there's a bunch of Yetis and stuff up
Yeah.
there. Like, that's cool.
That's terrifying.
So, let's see. Set back down. Luckily, I'm like just like the accident. So,
Trying to find a way to make it sit and be happy.
I just need another Pure Escape Pow.
Are you stacking it on HeroScape hexes?
Yes.
Holy crap.
Okay,
That's-
so where's
that's
Spidey? Okay. Spider-Man. Okay, so Spider-Man shoots his web, right? You roll a 20-sided die to see if you make that
You
swing
can swing.
from
Okay.
there to there. And they were like, oh, what am I rolling for? Well, I don't know. It's like kind of more theatrics. Just to make you, kind of sit on the edge of your seat. I don't know. It's like, I don't want to ruin your day, man. Oh, your character died. This would be another 4. That's a freaking jump and a half.
Yeah. Whew.
Little guy come up. Oh, it's his turn to roll a 20-sided die. He swings and rolls.
Uh-huh.
So there's Spider-Man lands there. The Grinch is right there.
And then they had to fight these frickin' Yetis.
Oh, Yeti. Nah, more Escape. Yeah, much into moving into combat. And that's the only problem is that
They're
the
too
miniature bases are huge.
right. Yep, time to use the Exacto, cut them off their bases, and give them HeroScape / AOTP bases.
Yeah, right.
I assume you use them for other games, though?
No, I really only play this game. But, you know, I mean, if it kind of gets gross as to how they fit, I pretty much just don't put them exactly next to each other, or I just know it's like, oh, I know they're at least on
Yeah.
these three spaces.
Close enough.
And then every other figure is pretty much small enough that they can kind of fit in between. It's not terrible, but it is not optimal. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Is it this? So once you get past all the smelly Yetis, and it was actually kind of awesome because like during the game, the big Grinch won, and he's the hero creature.
Ooh.
What is it? Wait, he was near the edge, and when they killed him, it's like, oh yeah, he just like falls. We have
He fell to his death. Got to do the what is that? The Sparta? The is that the
yeah
300?
Yeah, it was. This is Sparta, yeah.
Yeah, the 300 kick. Yeah.
To the canyon below. All right, so he falls into the canyon below. Yes, he does.
Nice. Was that? Wait, what was the ultimate goal though of the whole this part?
It's to get to the top.
Oh, okay.
When you get to the top, you get one of the 3 relics of summer to help fight the winter god,
Right.
Ariel.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. But no, it's whatever. It's just a game. What is it? All right. So let's say as that guy falls, so you know another character comes. This one's called, I think her name's Arachnotheria, and she is flying. Right?
Flying. Yep.
Okay. Oh well. So technically, my characters just climbed up that ramp. You know, did all these other hopscotch things across all these other ramps. Swung across the freaking rope, jumped across the thing, fought all these guys up here, and now they gotta jump down to this ladder. But then she can just go right up, and she has a
Fly.
movement. Here's what I wanted to ask you about, and this is what seems absolutely kind of maddening with this now. I'm just trying to get the camera set up with a good angle. You can see the end of the little middle piece. All right. So what is it? So she's here. She's a move of 5. So can you even see her?
I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you could go like 1, and then all of a sudden fly up 2.
Basically, yeah.
3?
That's basically
No
it.
way. Are you serious?
Yeah, you
Like,
ignore
that's-
elevations, dude. Yeah.
Because like, and that's the way the hexes are. Like, there's a hex here, and then
Yeah.
you move right next to it and move it straight down. Whoop! Take the elevator. Are
Yeah.
you serious?
That's it.
Wow. Too bad her chocolate golem is not up.
Yeah. Oh, the chocolate column. There he is. MVP.
He's nothing that impressive. Well,
He's pretty cool though,
remember
dude.
Remember Ultimate Muscle?
He's cuts. Yeah, he's got cuts. You can tell he's hitting the gym.
All right, so let's see here. So she flies up there. All right, so Spider-Man, keep moving. I don't want anything to do with you. Come on, little Toby. What guy's called?
Were the Yetis in the bottom down there with the snowballs, or not the Yetis, or the snowmen? The snowball throwing guys, were they throwing snowballs up at that point? Because they were in line of sight.
No, so what is it? When you go past all the steps and you climb and do
Yeah.
everything else, you're too far away for them to throw the snowballs. But then when you're up by the stairs,
Yeah, they can shoot you again. Yeah.
if they're here, you think they can throw them back up at them? I didn't know if wouldn't be able to see that.
I would think there's some line of sight. It's hard, like based on the picture, I would think they could see it.
Okay, so I guess 2 things happened. So one, I didn't even think about doing that, and then
Oh yeah.
two, when you summon these guys, you have to roll the 6-sided dice and get snow counters or something, white snow counters.
Yes.
I, I did it 4 times. I humbled in triplicate. Oh my god, 4 times. To roll 4. I did it 4 times as they tried to climb up the stairs, and then that was it. They were all done. I was like, wow. And then they kind of just went back into the wall.
Oh yeah. Nothing else for them to do.
Like that Homer Simpson meme where they.
Yeah. We like disappears into the bush.
But they did humble. They rolled 4 on the D6. They got all those counters. We studied the camera again.
All those D6 mechanics. Zeron, always smart to bring along a travel snack, the chocolate golem. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
A travel snack, huh? Bring a whole hero creature as a snack.
Yeah, I like that chocolate golem.
Yeah, that card's hilarious. It's like a Christmas themed. I think it's so fun.
Okay, let's see. So Arachnopherian, she doesn't even have to stop there. She could have gone all the way up and then kept going.
Yeah, you can like just literally. It's like if you're looking at like literally like a top-down view of the map, like everything's just level 1, and you kind of just go wherever you want. Effectively, it's pretty much teleport, dude. Like all flying is basically like a teleport or a super jump. It's insane.
Yeah. She can stay. I don't know. All my miniatures fun. And then technically, Spider-Man, being the Amazing Spider-Man, UV's too cold. His webs don't work. He goes to shoot him and they like freeze instantly. He jumps around. This little guy, he's hopping. For some reason, these guys didn't attack him. They're like, oh, they smelled him and like, oh. Told him to move to Florida.
Roll a perception check. Couldn't pass. Couldn't detect the Spider-Man.
So question. Here we go. Question about rules. All right, so Spider-Man's here, and he needs to jump down to here. He can just jump right down, right? There's no. I know there's supposed to be like a hex in between.
Yeah, like they're supposed to be like directly adjacent.
I'm supposed to take my knife and just cut out this piece of cardboard. So he is making a leap, because technically he just move 1 and then fall right down, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
It looks like he would. There's no like jumping over a hex unless you have the
like. So in my game, I was like, no, he got that one kind of free, because he's going down, so slope X, MX, yeah, the leap.
Yeah, wait, what is it? What is that? Y equals mx plus b, right? Something like that.
Yeah, Y equals MX plus B. I didn't want to say it wrong and have internet.
Yeah, I'll say it wrong. Don't worry, it's fine. I'm pretty sure that's right though.
I appreciate it. I support the channel. Let's see. Okay, so he jumps. He makes it. So maybe I had them roll 20-sided die. I don't think I did because I scared him enough doing it. But
with the rope.
Did it with the rope.
Yep.
We were all laughing about it. Then they got attacked by Yetis. That was a savage battle because they're the Shredder Yetis, the ones with counter strike.
Oh, those were the Shredder Yetis? How did anybody survive that?
Oh, everybody else is all broken, so it's alright.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so technically, he would go to move 1 and fall to his death.
Yeah.
But if he didn't, if I glued this piece of cardboard a little bit further over, or I put a 2-hex tile.
Yeah, something to extend it, like a hair, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, right. You have.
Then it's a legal fall directly to an adjacent space that's just lower.
Right. So then he could just. Oh, I was gonna say no. I didn't. Oh, I need like a lot.
I don't know what you need. You gotta get creative here.
I need to glue pennies to the bottom to just make it heavy. That's it. Probably. Or something like that. Need new plastic too.
You know what people do? Oh, what is it called? You know how like people make a bridge is what's those? It's like the paper. It's not a paper clip, but it's basically like like the but it's like a paper clip with like the little black like plastic. What was that?
Like black binder clips.
Yes, they're that. Like people will use that underneath to clip like two, like two hexers together underneath, on the underside of it, and then it's like a
Mhm.
4-piece bridge, and like that's how you could probably do it.
Yeah.
That's one of the more creative ways I thought.
You can't really put a lot of weight on there.
Yeah, you can, but that you could do it this way. Like this is you want to
Yeah.
do something like this.
So it would be he goes from here. He now doesn't follow his death because of this free space. He would just go right down. Let me move Spider-Man, and I like these stairs because like you do like 1, 2, 3, so he could like move up.
Oh
And
yeah,
then
it's
this
like the ladder. They can sit
little
inside of
wimpy
it.
guy, he could just go and move down. Now when he jumps down, and same thing with Spider-Man. That was the rules question I want to ask. What is it? When he moves down, that's further than he is tall, so he would do the falling damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Although,
Which
yeah,
we
just to let
did.
you know again that you'd want to know like the actual height number of like the army card. You don't usually compare the figure height to whatever like the actual fall is. It's usually just you count the tiles, and it would be like 6 tiles down, and you say, okay, is his height at least 7? And if it's not, then you take fall damage.
Okay.
Like you're working with the numbers. You're not doing eyeballing here.
Yeah, we're just using they're medium 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's probably higher than 4 spaces. Again, you're house ruling it. You could just say, yeah, if you're house ruling it, then just say, right, if the figure's smaller than the fall, then just take fall damage, and that's the easy way out.
What would you say? 4? Oh, yeah, look at that.
Oh my gosh.
You have calibrated eyeballs. Yeah.
You gotta get a ruler, dude. You gotta make like a hero escape ruler. You gotta make a hero escape ruler, and then it's like mark it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and like have all the marks for like each level. And it's like just you always hold it up there to measure how high something is.
It's just like a cardboard box. So I actually was also thinking, oh man, I should like put a ruler up on the side and like mark it out. Like these are all the gradations, and be like, oh yeah, you're at level 15, and like level 26. Like I don't know, actually write it up, but I never got. By the time I painted everything, we played the game, and I was like, okay, I did not. So what is it? The stairs are cool. The stairs are cool because the figure faces actually lock in. I think I put too much green stuff on this guy, so he doesn't.
Oh.
Do that.
He took out the Spider-Man.
This is Spider-Man Hero Escape base in all story.
Oh yeah, the Marvel Spider-Man. I recognize that, of course.
Glorious. That is so cool to me. I'll think it was kind of hang out there. He kind of lets the little guy go. Maybe sends him up. Here, climb up, man. I don't recall what we did for this. They were actually kind of like mad at me for some reason. I don't know. Maybe they ran out of enough move or something. They're like, Mike, why does he have to go over that very last step? And I'm like, well, it has to be the same height as the Hero Escape tile.
Yeah.
So, good stuff, man. So, was this a move of 2, or I don't remember what we did, but
I'd probably call it 2, just for the heck of it. Yeah.
I was gonna say, oh, you actually can't even see me. Sorry, I didn't realize I didn't.
Oh, I can see it pretty fine, pretty well. Whoops. Oh yeah, you still got a whole level up there. Oh man.
I was gonna say it's not over until that lady sings.
It's not over. Yeah, it's not over till the chocolate golem sings, dude. Yeah. Speaking of that, how did the chocolate golem ever catch up to the rest of the fight?
Oh, he didn't. He was in the, yeah. No, and these aren't even the figures I used for my game or whatever.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'll acting out like I'm just messing around, just asking. Oh, it's this. I use this figure and that figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so say this strap is fitting.
Oh, that would be cool to have something like this. Like where you have it, where like the like players are climbing and trying to get to the top, and then like some turns in, there's like some like massive, maybe not massive, you could say like a big old monster or something without flying, but it's like chasing them, and it's like and it'll move probably a little bit faster than they do, so like they're trying to rush to the end before it catches up and tries to kill them. That could be a good time.
I'll keep that right. Let's see. So what is it? It would be I think another move of 4 to jump up to here. 4, and then another 4 to climb up onto that final ramp to get to the end.
Right.
Yeah. making these stalactites, I kind of was just like, I don't know what I need to use to get them to go up and down. So I kind of made these things and glued them to the side. So it was really about the science. It was to climb, to do a lot of the vertical gain, I guess. That's a Spider-Man needs to move out of the way. This guy needs to land up here. Another 4 to climb up here. And then the end of the game, or the end of the whole thing, I did it as just like a straightaway. And I'm trying to look at the TV and fly across this thing as I.
Yep.
So yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna make that a straightaway and not make it complicated until I get to the final steps.
Book it.
Oh yeah, there's like a faces.
You gotta trample everything in your way. Yep.
Yeah. So, but it wasn't too bad. It was just hard to. We were all like, but I guess it was easier because we were sitting down. So when you look up at it, it was easier to see. I'm trying to like fly around. But I guess I don't have any other rule questions. It was like, what is it? This one was always adjacent to the hexes that are behind it or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was always easy to. And he only has a range of 1, so he was just always getting more than range.
You said poisoning?
What?
Did you say poisoning?
Well, he's like an imp or some kind of like flying, faceless demonoid creature. So yeah, he definitely. So they had to defeat him to be able to open up the treasure at the box.
Oh yeah, at the very top. Yeah.
Yeah. So once they did that, everything's falling now. I guess that'll happen. Actually, I do look at this.
Oh.
What was supposed to happen was when I made this piece, I wanted to have a bunch of columns to help hold it up, but the columns would have made it too hard to put all the miniatures and move around. So I really just glued the column to the back of the wall.
Oh my
left
gosh.
the cage and everything else alone. But then would Spider-Man get up here? And then it'd be another 4 to the final steps. Those other colors kind of weird. Another 4, and then they're finally in the home stretch. There wasn't going to be any enemies or anything here to finish it.
Enter the treasure room. Yep.
Into the treasure room.
Oh, that's cute. Yo, you got a little treasure chest. That's awesome. I didn't see that before.
Yeah.
I like it. Very nice.
Facility turn.
How long did it take you to build this, or is this something you've had built for a while?
It was like a day during my vacation.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it was fun. It was hella fun. It was easy once I finished it. I just kind of put all that hero escape tiles in there, and it came to life. I was like, holy crap, this thing's awesome. And then my buddies came over and we played, and it was like such a cool, different kind of easy way to kill your expensive miniatures.
To make them take a 10-foot fall. Yep.
Yeah. Well, thanks for letting me know about the rules about being engaged and height, and I guess movement. It is funny that yeah, look at. Oh yeah, he technically fall to his death. Same thing for climbing the rope. Very cool.
He'd fall and take 1 fall damage. You'd roll. Actually, you just roll the die, and you might not even take fall damage. But you can house rule it, of course.
Nice.
Headset back on. Uh-oh.
I was trying to plug it in the dark. Well, it is. It's not. It's just dark in that corner of the room.
Yeah, I think it's what it is. My YouTube stream is whoops. Oh, he left. Like he accidentally leaves so often. He tried to do something and he left by accident. Hey, he's back. Guess
Hey,
who's
yeah,
back?
I was like, I hear you, and then all of a sudden I don't. I'm like, where did you go? I was gonna say, do you want me to share my screen again? Because now you're probably gonna have to change screens.
For what?
Oh, to talk about that Chandelier game.
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead, share your screen.
What,
I already have our Discord video chat blown up, so if you share your screen, I can just click watch and yeah, it'll be like right up in the middle of my stream.
Okay.
So let's go. Let's do it that way.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's do that. Go live. Bloom. Here we go. So what is it? I guess just so it says stream paused, but you can see and hear and see everything I'm looking at now, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's just funny because like when you move from a screen, it's like, well, out of sight, out of mind. So yes, I just wanted to remind viewers and ourselves, like, what were we talking about? Why is Chandelier? Well, we were talking about the Eternities map, and that is the map of all of the planes and of the multiverse of Magic the Gathering. And I noticed that those stupid cardboard cutouts are called Chandelier Ruins. And I was assuming that means that AOTP takes place on the plane of Chandelier, at least the base set. The other sets, obviously, I was hoping that you planeswalk, when you play the Zendikar, you're on those weird tiles. Those are Incinerad,
Yeah, Innistrad, yeah.
Innistrad, yeah. I keep saying it weird. I just never learned it the right way, I guess. Let's see here. So, anyway, there's this game that came out years ago. Let's see here. 1997. It was it also, so it's called Magic the Gathering, sometimes also referred to as Chandelier. Abandoned strategy game. Oh no.
Abandoned.
97. I was gonna say, yeah, Micro Prose video game.
Oh, and Atari developed it. That's okay. That's interesting.
Yeah. I was gonna say, and then this must be talking about the other video games, because like this is the one that I'll play on.
That just says people also search for. That's all. Like people who, I don't know. That's a good question. Just like related searches, I guess.
Yeah, but you think of like, oh, how many Magic the Gathering video games have been out there and stuff.
That's true.
But I guess so. We were talking about getting inspiration for, well, what would a different kind of AOTP look like? And this one gave me the idea that, like, okay, you set up a terrain board with all the hex tiles and stuff. Well, I guess let's watch the game footage and then we'll talk about it.
Hey, it's me, Pro Tim, and this is Magic the Gathering.
Is that too loud?
No. As a matter of fact, it's probably too quiet. Let me pause my stream music.
Magic the Gathering videos on the gameplay channel, I had a surprising amount of people requesting to see this one. So to everyone who did that, you got it. Here you go. And to everyone watching right now who's saying to yourself, I don't want to watch this. I have no idea how magic works. Well, don't worry.
Doesn't matter.
I'm going to use this to try to teach you how to play Magic the Gathering. So if you've ever been interested in it,
I won't let them. Don't worry.
I think I did hear about this. I think someone may have told me about this at one point.
They might have, yeah.
So we're gonna start a new game. Select a color.
Ooh, pause. Can you pause? I want to read all these. Yeah.
Oh, you don't know the innate meanings of all the
I mostly
colors?
do. No, I mostly do. I just.
Oh yeah.
It's good to see like another.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, violence and chaos.
Funny that there's like a picture of a siren or mermaid, but actually in Magic it would be merfolk. Most likely.
That's true.
But it's like, why is that there when you have every color of the color pie? Why don't you have a big pie?
Yeah.
with multiple colors.
It's like that mermaid is supposed to somehow represent the entire color pie.
Yeah, right. There's a little bit of red. There's a little bit of green. It's very interesting. But yeah. So red magicians specialize in the violence of chaos and combat. White, the focus of white magic is on healing, protection, in the chivalrous arts of war. Black magic's power comes from death and decay. Green, like nature, green magic can bring both soothing serenity and thunderous destruction. Blue magic thrives on mental energy, artifice, and illusion. Yep. Yeah, that totally sums it up. I mean,
yeah.
And then those color combinations of them, it's crazy.
I like how they capitalize chivalrous for chivalrous art.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, someone's in the house. Don, how you doing, Don?
What up, nerds? How's it going?
Great, man.
What up, nerds? Don, have you heard of this Magic Chandelier game from? Wait, Shinobi. This is like from what, like the late '90s? You said?
97, I think.
Yeah.
Is what it said.
Don, you ever hear of that?
This game is older than this game was made before I was born. But yes.
Yeah.
Well, bro, dude, it sounds like a skill issue. You're supposed to be born in the '80s, like the rest of us.
Dude, tell me how it's a skill issue when I've played it.
Yeah.
Oops.
All right. So, what is it? So when you get to play the game, unfortunately, you only can choose a mono-colored Planeswalker.
I didn't even think about that. Right.
Yeah. There you go. Then there is very, very simple choices for what your character can wear.
Okay.
Like this face covering
Aesthetics
is an option.
That's clown. What the frick?
Yeah, look. So it's like, okay, here's your body layer. Here's a couple add-on, accessories, and then you can scroll back and forth and apply them. And here's your completed avatar. So yeah. Yeah. Ooh.
Don, was this game any good that you remember?
It uses anti, which tells you how old it is.
Anti.
It does.
Well, what is that?
Anti.
Alright.
Do you want to explain it?
Story time. So back when Magic was first created, Richard Garfield didn't know the phenomenon that he had wrought upon the planet.
Yeah.
True.
Nor did there exist cards that were like $200.
Yeah.
And so his idea was like, oh, word, like all the wee cherubs are going to be opening packs of random trading cards and trading with each other to improve their decks. Why don't we bake this into the game? As we are these wizards that are traveling the planes and casting spells and all this, right? So he was, he was thinking about the world, as though we were going to bring it. He was very lore focused. Okay. Well, the rule was at the time when you played against an opponent, like if you were on the fucking playground or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at like school IRL, right?
Yeah. Your deck has to have at least 60. Actually, I don't even know if that was a rule. I think maybe 40 cards. Anyway, so you have your deck, and it could be like 60 cards or more. And like people didn't even understand back then that like it's inefficient to have like 100 cards in your deck or like a whole bunch.
Oh, kids wouldn't understand that, especially. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, exactly. So they're like, play whatever fucking cards you want. Who cares? But after you drew your hand to 7, you take the top card of your library and you exile it. You put it up for ante.
Yeah, for ante. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. And the winner of the game gets the other person's ante card.
Of course. Oh my gosh.
Game. Dude, it was like literally wizard gambling when the game came out. Like it was straight up. And there are cards that care about ante.
They do. Yep. What? You're right.
Yeah. Like, there's a card.
Mm-hmm.
There's a card that lets you like it lets you draw extra cards or something like this. But the downside is that you have to ante another card from your deck.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. No, it is cool. It really is part of the history. Okay. Oh, so what is it? His is a character creation. So he
Yeah,
made
yeah.
his caricature.
Mojo Face Mickey.
Jared the Wizard, Chandelar material.
So yeah, it's a chandelier. I couldn't even pause it fast enough. Chandelier materializing, and then you have the base game with like it's like a window. So I don't even know what kind of view this is. If this is a 2D
Isometric.
side.
Ah!
Oh, you're right. It is asymmetric. Okay.
Isometric with an
Nice.
I.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pressing. Okay, so here
You're,
is the world of Chandelar.
Your board that you were showing us
Wanna
looked
go
kind
to
of
some nearby
isometric.
towns?
If you squint.
So what is it? I guess so. What he walked towards, like,
That. Yeah.
I guess it would be some kind of represented by something on the terrain board. So what I was thinking is that when you get here, this is a terrain board, and you would have, I guess, sections of the map that you could walk to. And when I guess you get there, you could either make these like shops their own little like terrain boards,
Okay, so here
or
we
you
are.
just
This
kind
is
of
the world of
do what the
Chandelar.
functions of them.
First things we can do
I don't
is
know.
we wanna go to some of the nearby towns. Welcome to
So you go to
Buy
the town,
food.
you can buy cards for your spell deck,
Yep.
because that's really what you need to be able to get around. And then the food, I think, healed your character. And I was gonna say, I don't know where the health bar is on this thing, but he must explain it.
Now, did I choose a difficulty? I don't remember if I did.
Ooh.
I don't think I did. Hold on. Let me try to reset.
Oh no! I wish he wasn't resetting the game.
Skip ahead.
Vandalizing.
Skip ahead
I
like
like how I
5
skipped
minutes.
ahead. Okay, well, he's also gonna get really into the Magic the Gathering portion of it, and I don't think you care about that too much either. But really, like, let's look at
Yo,
it
this
for
is
what.
pretty cool.
Let's look at it for what it could, and most likely be. Let's see. What is he doing with the clay statue? Oh, he's in the shop buying other cards. So it'd be like, okay, here's a card. Do you
there's a
want to buy
land.
this card for 10 gold? Like, yes or no? Like, you have resource
Here's 100
management
gold,
built
yeah.
in. Yeah. Then I guess this must be his maybe.
That looks like it's food, literally. Yeah.
I know, but why would you have 47 pounds of food or something? Like, I don't know. So what is it when when he was in town? I was gonna say I'm trying to get to the screen where he was. Okay, so you can,
Brainwash.
when you get to the town, you can buy cards, you can edit your deck, you can buy food, or what I was always thinking is that this is kind of like healing, or begin a quest. And when you begin a quest,
Speaking of quests,
You gotta go
you
kill
get
shit.
to talk to the old man, and he would always say defeat or do or look for or do this thing, and you
Okay.
would activate a quest. And then on the world map, the thing that we keep seeing here, you would then have other figures pop up based
And that's
on
where you walk
whatever
around.
quest.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, let's see what he
currency
does.
currently have the power to use one blue amulet for super speed, but I am not confident in fighting that big of a monster right now. Alright, I'm going to save.
Oh, I was gonna say, I wish he wasn't like cruising around that fast. So what
That's
was
fine.
it? You saw on the screen those other little figurines walking around, the NPCs. I was gonna say,
But I am not confident.
yeah, just leave that alone for a second. Yeah, all these other figures then appear and they're walking around. So if you have like the world map as a big terrain board with hexes and tiles, you walk around from village to village or outpost to outpost or place of interest, and then all these other figures pop up. You could change the game where you do AOTP battles on the world map like this, or you could do it a Pokemon battle way where as soon as those figures get adjacent to each other, you then go into a Magic the Gathering battle, which is what
What this
happens
does.
in the game. I was gonna say, let's actually pull up the screen for when that does happen.
Cup. If I loot, counter with fastest block can. But's main.
That's pretty
I
cool.
don't know.
Yeah, I
That's
saw
his.
the
That's him.
antes.
That's him saving his stupid game.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. So then.
Yeah.
That if
What's
you
that?
saw that priest or whatever walk through the outpost and then attacked him, he's about to get attacked right after he plays this Pokemon battle or whatever, that other figure behind him is probably going to attack him too. So then see how it says anti up here?
Yeah.
Anti, opponent anti. It kind of auto pulled it from your deck. So it says those who enter the domain of the mighty white wizard must pay for the privilege. So you either
Oh, you can
duel
pay
the
money?
priestess or you can bribe them and they go away.
Huh.
Yeah.
Actually, let's go into a match right away. So this is a random encounter with one of the white creatures, a priestess. And back in the Magic in this game, every match you have to put up an anti-card.
Yeah, I was gonna say we just talked about that enough. So then it goes into a screen where
There's a coin flip right there to determine who
You play.
starts, but it's broken in this version.
Pretty cute.
Okay.
Yeah.
So opening
but it has all the turn all the actions for the turn, which is like untap, upkeep, draw,
Oh, yeah. The
main
faces.
phase 1, attack phase, cleanup phase, I think, or like
Main
I don't
phase
know, end
2.
of main phase 2, because it's like moon 1, moon 2.
Yeah. That's what I'm
Another
kinda thinking.
another second end of the second phase, and then the brush, which is the cleanup phase.
That's probably cleanup.
Those are
Yeah.
all the phases of Magic. Yeah. And then you see like your little hand marker. So it's very similar to like what we see as our hand in Roll20 or whatever.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, but this game is full of playing Magic cards. Magic.
Yeah, it kind of
like
reminds me
micro-
of the
But see,
what is it? The Pokemon trading card game. It almost reminds me of that. This looks like
The
Game
really
Boy
similar in a lot
version?
of ways.
but I was gonna say if you
Very ambitious for this time.
but if you
I
see
think
on the
so.
you see on the screen, what is it? It's behind the bar or whatever. So what is it? The opponent has 7 health, and he has 10 health. So if he kills the opponent, or attacks him, gets him down to nothing, and he survives with 10 health, he would go back to the world map. I was gonna say, where the
When
hell
he
is the world
drops,
map
he
in
looks
this
like he took some
freaking
damage.
video?
I see him at like 8 or 9. It looks like.
Yeah.
But if he got if he wins, he would then wander around the world map with just 10 health remaining, and that's how the
But he does get a card from the opponent for anti. So
he
you do get
does. Yeah.
stronger.
But the game, it really is. I was gonna say,
So-
I wish.
So then you could build into like being like dual colored. It's just it would take a lot of work, right? Because like what's he gonna do? He was gonna get a white card, right? Wasn't his deck primarily blue? I can't remember.
Yeah. That's why he has to buy planes.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. That's what I mean. Like you have to go to the store to buy like the extra mana that you need for like the different colors.
Yeah.
Pretty nutty.
It's like first battle.
I might have to try this. This seems like it might be.
I was gonna say you will learn how to play Magic, but it's not the best way to learn how to play Magic. I feel like.
I wouldn't do it because I want to learn how to play Magic. I just do it because
Yeah.
kind of
But
it's like
see
a
that
digital version.
walking around the world map, could you see those what is it, like the Heroescape jungle trees?
Oh yeah, right,
You know,
right.
it's sitting out as and you have a figure on a single hex walking around this giant. Imagine having over 400 hexes as a world map, and trying to figure out where all the outposts could lie, and then you basically have a world where you go to the different outposts and you talk to an old man or somebody to activate a quest. You have to go over to the other outpost, but along the way there are all
Wait,
these battles.
Are you
I
planning
don't
like
know.
a whole campaign to mimic this? Is this what you're telling me?
This is how I could foresee AOTP if it was the inverse of, what is it, 70% Heroescape to 30%
Oh, I see.
Magic the Gathering, because this is already a Magic the Gathering game or whatever. I don't know.
I see.
You
Yeah,
think
you're
of
talking like a freaking multi-hour campaign, and you really would want to play like a deck of Magic cards, right? Like in between, like as you meet each other on the map, kind of thing. Yeah, that's wild. That's the
or
thing.
modified AOTP cards that work together in some fashion or something. Yeah. But it would I could see you doing the micro battles where you just do the 60 card deck. Yeah. And it would be. This isn't just a 20-minute game. Yeah. This is
Yeah,
like
you're talking, dude, like
ongoing.
multi-hour campaign. That's
Yeah.
I couldn't do that.
No. Yeah.
Not reliably anyway. Yeah.
No. Even my Labyrinth game. I mean, we did that. That was just one chapter of many.
Oh my
so it's like.
gosh.
Well,
Yeah.
it sounded like you have some kind of D&D campaign going, but an AOTP.
Yeah.
But it's AOTP. Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm just trying to find any other videos on this. For some reason, they don't have them walking around the world map that much.
Do you find this game engine to be conducive to roleplay?
What, AOTP?
No,
Oh, the game engine itself.
Nobody knows like what to do with role play. At least my friends and people I try to play with, and I wouldn't necessarily know either, because it's like, okay, here's a chance to say something to another character. There's nothing in AOTP that forces you to role play or do that or engage in that aspect. So, but
I mean, don't get me wrong.
no. But I'll give you an example. I did a game with, we were doing like a Humpty Dumpty game. In the game, we had to get the allies. We had to get the powers of good to help fight the evil Humpty Dumpty. Right? Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But let's type in evil though, right? Evil Humpty
gosh.
Dumpty.
Oh yeah.
So something like that. So in order to fight the evil Humpty Dumpty, we had to what was it? Gets the power of not unions. Yeah.
Based.
Yeah, you'd have to do a lot of homebrew, I think, to make it more like an interactive
It's a bunch
game.
it's so much homebrew.
Yeah.
Man.
So
having to make a lot of homebrew. What a challenge for the guy with 1,400 army cars.
Yeah, I know. It's true. It's true. But the thing it was I going to say so then we needed the power of white unicorns to help fight Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah,
so what did I do?
D&D campaign setup like that you're telling me about.
Well, every single time I play, I always try to add something new to the game, and I usually do it through mini games. So what was the mini game here? Well, I had a bunch of unicorns that I put out on the battlefield. When the figures got close to those, they had to kind of roll for like entering engagement attack, and they would see if I rolled a sword, a shield, or blank. And based on a sword, that's not good. I mean, it'd make the unicorn run away or try to fight you or something. If I kept rolling swords. If you rolled the blanks, it means that you get like a not negative, like no emotional response.
Yeah.
And then the shields meant it was kind of the positive response that you'd want, where the unicorn trusts you. And the idea was that we had to get the trust of 3 unicorns. And damn, was it hard to roll for you're rolling for shields, trying to get the trust of unicorns, and it actually was a pretty hard mini game to do.
Unicorns are brutal, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of was brutal, but we got the power of the unicorns, and they were able to help us fight Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Like I said, this sounds like a D&D setup, so I'm surprised that.
But I used AOT. I did it all on HeroScape tiles and with AOTP spell cards and army cards and everything else. It is a weird game that I've kind of made or done, but
mash of genres or
it's
something.
a mash. Yeah. It's a mash of stuff.
Of mechanics, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here.
Well, so with your players, do they have they run heroes and you run all the,
Yeah, it's
stuff?
Yeah, because I'm usually the game master, and then my friends will always be the heroes, and then sometimes I'll be a hero too. But then, let's say oh Mike, there's a spark and wire over there. Oh well, nobody wants to touch or look at the spark and wire because they don't want their characters to die. Then I'll take my character that is playing the PC. He'll go and touch the spark and wire. Oh, well, he got shocked with 10,000 volts of electricity. Well, then, you guys learn or have to help him after or something. You learn from it. So I'll always use him as the comic relief, or it's like, oh, okay,
The red shirt.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'll just do that. It's a good sport. Let's see. I
prefer brutality as a dungeon master.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I always say there's no guarantee that we're going to ever get through this alive, but somehow we always do. I don't know. So far.
So far. That's a D&D campaign too.
I was gonna say, Don, you know a lot about Magic the Gathering, so maybe you'll like this next subject that we're gonna talk about. So let's see here. I'll share my screen again. Back to YouTube because YouTube is awesome.
Gaming.
The Boogeyman Jace.
Boogeyman. So this all came about because we were talking about the professor, and the professor talking about AOTP, and his remark was, well, it doesn't matter about what the content of the game is, slap a Jace on it and sell it, and me as a Magic the Gathering player, I've kind of seen some of the stuff happen because Jace is the face of Magic, and damn, do they slap him on everything and try to sell it. And I was thinking about, well, this saturation of Jace, and so out of the AOTP set, why did we end up with 2 Jaces? Why aren't there 2 Chandras?
Out of 3 sets.
Why aren't there two Lilianas? It's crazy that we have 2 Jaces. And the other thing is, I think actually Chandra, if you look at Magic the Gathering, I don't know what the statistics are right now. Somebody might.
Chandra does indeed have.
Does Chandra have more printings of a Planeswalker card than any other Planeswalker?
That's right.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's
Don
Chandra
would
with the win. Yeah, I know. I figured it was true. They're technically, because of math, shouldn't have there been 2 Chandras in the AOTP, but there's 2
If they made
Jaces.
Kaladesh, they probably would have had a Chandra.
Yeah, because of Urbama and Dan. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I can see it.
It would have been in the game in the next expansion.
So anyway, 2 Jaces is too many. It makes me think that Jace is the boogeyman, and let's watch this video together, and we'll have a talk about why Jace is also the boogeyman. So, yeah.
Is this YouTube React content?
Yes, it is.
Kind of just talk. It's good talk too,
Insanity.
Let me know if you need me to turn it up too.
Weird.
Yeah, you might need
Or
to.
turn it down.
No, you might need to turn it up. I definitely can barely hear it.
Okay.
You know that old trope in stories in which the bad guy gains
Are you
power
blowing your
when
own
you
ears
say
out,
his
though?
name?
Not too bad.
Oh, the balls!
Right? It's gotta be Freddy Krueger. Hey, don't even say that son of a bitch's name out loud.
My earliest memory of this idea was me, 8 years old, huddled up in a dark bathroom in elementary school as another kid chanted Bloody Mary into the mirror. I was terrified. A few years later, I stumbled upon it again in this book.
A few years ago, there was one wizard that went as bad as you can go, and his name was Voldemort.
Voldemort.
And then once more, as a geeky high schooler, sat in a theater as my 2 favorite horror movie monsters battled it out on the silver screen.
Yes.
So
At some
sick.
point within the
Freddy
first month
vs.
of me
Jason.
discovering Magic, this speak of the devil trope showed itself again, this time in a local game store. Saying the words Jace the Mind Sculptor there was like bringing up the big bad
It was
wolf
like saying
of Three Little
Voldemort.
Pigs. The name was met with shaking heads and audible sighs. This name is an incantation, one that incites rhetoric driven by troubled memories. Jace the Mind Sculptor is alluring and infamous. And for 7 years, it has been the boogeyman of Magic. Of all the cards and characters in Magic history, few are as renowned as Jace the Mind Sculptor. Its reputation is sustained by a stockpile of think piece articles surrounding its design and its banning, all of which debate the merit of its position in the game. Apart from an encyclopedic amount of writing, Mind Sculptor has been made into fan art, reimagined in classic art styles by the game's most skilled card alterer, and even printed on fine silver straight from the New Zealand Mint in the form of a collectible
Oh
coin.
my gosh.
My
It's trademarked of
God.
the Magic brand and its middle
Money,
name.
man. He's
Songs
money.
have been written bearing its name, from electro producer Michna's relaxed and contemplative piece to Hall of Famer Patrick Chapin's rap soliloquy praising it as better than all. One of my favorite old YouTubers, Jack the Mind Sculptor, bears the card's epithet. Jack, if you're watching, thanks for teaching me how to play. Of course, the memes are aplenty as well. Unbanned Jace has become a punchline for players everywhere. Hell, a group of Canadian punk rockers adapted the phrase and formed a band.
What the
So
hell?
how did we get here? How is it that everyone who has touched a Magic card knows Mind Sculptor?
we knew we wanted Jace to be awesome. A big piece of that was the 4 abilities. And we knew that, okay, we want him to have 4 abilities.
That's the voice of former Magic designer Mike Turian. Here he is talking about designing each ability on Evan Irwin's The Magic Show from 2010. Through watching these interviews, we learned that research and development always had big plans for Jace's second iteration. According to Mark Rosewater, his first form, Jace Valerian,
Minesculptor was
the most
Jace
popular
too,
of
I
the
guess.
original lore.
What's that, man?
I guess he was Jace too. I didn't even really think of that.
Yeah, here's the original Lorwyn Jace. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
'cause-
didn't consider that it was like the second one.
Yeah. No. It's yeah. So what is it? So kind of just talking about
He's
Jace.
world.
I mean, he's like super world famous. I mean, there are bands and stuff. Like this is just
Unbanned
when I was
Jace,
saying
dude.
when I
That's
was
funny.
telling you when I was telling you that Jace is a big deal. Yeah, I wasn't joking. I mean, it's more than.
Dude, I know that.
Yeah, it's
which
huge.
ultimately determined why only he received the 4-ability frame. This frame was in their back pocket from the very beginning, and they committed to using it only for special cases. As of today, of the 102 Planeswalker cards printed, only 4 have 4 abilities on their front side. When Jace was printed, evaluations from the game's prominent players were...
What's that, my friend?
It's I was actually tabbed out, so I didn't see if you showed it on screen, but it's Chandra, Jace, Nicol Bolas, and
Garruk.
Apex Predator.
oh yeah, the one that blows up planeswalkers, yeah.
Yep.
Right.
When Jace was printed,
Oh, Chandra,
evaluations from the
actually
game's
the
prominent...
first planeswalker to get 2 planeswalkers because her second was one set before Jason Mind Sculptor came out.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she had Chandra, Blaze, and Zendikar, and then he was released in Worldwake. However, Chandra Blaze is ass cheeks and a terrible card, whereas Jason Mind Sculptor is goated.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Prominent players were not unanimous.
I actually don't think the card's very good. I like the other Jace more. If I played a blue deck, I would have played that.
It's really good. We were getting closer and closer to Jace Valerian being my favorite card, and then they printed a better one, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, I'm gonna love this thing.
I don't like it. I don't
Right,
like the decks
Nelson.
that run it. I think the decks that people played in are bad. At F&M, it'll be great. People play bad around it, but I don't like the card.
But one pro saw very clearly the future of the card and of the Type 2 format. In February 2010,
Type 2.
Patrick Chapin predicted the year ahead of him and called the shots in a talk on the Magic Cruise.
Today I'm going to talk about World Wake's impact on Type 2, and there actually is more to it than Jace the Mind Sculptor is good. Let me start with why I think Jace the Mind Sculptor is going to define the format and warp everything else around it. You need to have a lot of ways to be able to beat Jace, because you need to be able to count on having one at all times. Because if you let the guy start Jacing, it's going to get worse for you really fast. I mean, the way you know it's over is as soon as he looks at the top of your library and says you can keep it, sure, I mean, it's not getting any better. I know this sounds kind of boring, but I promise you, you're going to be way more bored of Jace 6 months from now than you are now.
At the end of that year, like a premonition, Brian Kibler showed up to Worlds 2010 in Japan with the very first deck that utilized Jace
Oh
to
my
its
god,
maximum
Kibler looks so young.
Yeah,
Go,
my god.
The deck sported only 4 creatures in the form of Squadron Hawk, and leaned into control magic for its victory conditions. Of these, Jace the Mind Sculptor was center stage. Oh, and that singleton Jace Valerian there, Chapin called that too.
Eventually, there might be some future where things are so warped around Jace that people are playing bad Jace just to preemptively make it so that your opponent can't play good Jace on his turn. You know, 'cause
Hey, it's like AOTP. There's good Jace and there's shitty Jace. Okay.
Yeah, it's true, man. It's true.
Except back
Good
then,
cup, bad cup.
back then you could only have one Jace on the field, regardless of the card. Like
between
one,
the players.
Yeah,
Ah, okay.
and regardless of the card too. So if you had your Jace,
No other Jace could enter the field.
like that's Jace, like there
Right.
he is. So you
Right,
can't
right.
play another card that says Jace.
Yeah,
That's
because
pretty
that
cool.
was that version of Legend rule back then, right? Yeah, they've changed it now since. That
Yeah,
you
now,
can
now
both.
they're legendary cards, so it cares about the same card. So it's like creatures in that way. But back then, planeswalkers were a little more special.
put out bad Jace and draw a card, and you're like, oh, I have a seal of Jace on the table. You know what I mean?
Destroy Jace.
Kibler's innovative brew made another professional appearance a few months later at PT Paris in February 2011.
Oh, there he is, Brad
Featuring
Nelson.
a tech with Brad.
What's that?
Brad Nelson's the one who was like, "Oh, I don't like the card. It's not good." There he is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's like, "Well,
Yeah.
Nelson. Ben Stark piloted nearly the same build into the finals of the tournament, pitting him against Paul Rietzel on Boros Aggro. On the back of Mind Sculptor's +2 ability, colloquially known as Fate Sealing, Ben Stark won the Pro Tour in 4 games. Caw Go, though, was just the beginning. With the release of Scars of Mirrodin came the first new piece of tech for the shell. Equipping Squadron Hawks with the card advantage machine of Sword of Body and Mind created a new win condition for the deck all by itself. A set later, Sword of Feast and Famine joined the build, and everything was solidified when new Phyrexia gave Magic players
Batterskull's so
The
badass.
component to the synergies was an innocuous 2-drop creature that lived under the radar until the equipment showed up. But Stoneforge Mystic's tutor ability assured that the blades would always arrive in perfect order. Surrounding Jace the Mind Sculptor was a synergistic Voltron war machine that proved unstoppable for the rest of the competitive field.
I definitely want to make a Stoneforge Mystic card."
Oh yeah, they're only like $80.
What? No. There's a Stoneforge Mystic figure.
Oh yeah, there is. Yeah,
Yeah.
there definitely is. Yep.
Yo, all right, AOTP custom, let's go.
One for AOTP, yeah.
So anyway, so I guess what I was getting at is that people were sick of not just seeing Jace plastered on every freaking game and advertisement, but also within Magic the Gathering. Like you saw that, and it's just the game is over. The guy just told us it was a freaking war machine, a synergistic, which means it all works together. Voltron war machine that proved unstoppable. Everybody must have been like, "Oh, this is bullshit."
Hey man, this is like right before I started playing. If I knew about this deck, I would have played it.
If every deck in the top 8 had 4 copies of Jace in there, it's like it was just everywhere.
32 Jace, man. That's optimal.
So then the rest of the video is Stoneforge Mystic is banned. Not your miniature though. You can have your miniature. Jace is banned, and then so they always say ban and
Jace isn't even
unban Jace.
banned in Modern anymore, bro. This is a brave new world.
No, I know it definitely is.
Oh
But,
yeah, has the power creep like blown him out of the water since then?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, shitty Jace, there he is.
Okay, so I guess let's go.
The Magic version of Jace the Investigator doesn't even draw cards. He gives you clues. You have to pay 2 extra mana to draw a card.
Yeah. But I was gonna say I
So
do
sad.
like this other part of the video where he's talking about like it's the exact moment the boogeyman was born and then removing him. So yeah, let's read, or at least like what was it, the talks about these other Jaces. I do want to see what he says about this, if that's all right.
Was born.
I'm
Because in
making
order to create
What was
What's that, my
Don?
friend?
I got a baked potato bacon right now. I'm chilling.
Oh yeah, let's see what Freddy's up to. Jace, I mean.
the boogeyman, you must first silence him.
Not strong enough yet.
Put him in the corner. Erase him from the collective memory.
Whole sections of the records are gone. They covered him up, Will. They never told us about Freddy because that's how they decided to beat him.
Had it never been banned, the phrase Jace the Mind Sculptor would not carry such grandeur. But what does Mind Sculptor actually mean? What about the name informs us of the card that Magic players have grown to fear so much? I called upon one of the community's leading story experts to find out. My chat with Carrie Thomas, also known as Vronos on Twitter, helped paint a better picture about Jace's character trajectory and the dark side he used to possess.
Yeah, Jace the Mind Sculptor ripping your entire library up.
What's that, mate?
I remember this part.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's good.
Exile all cards from target player's library, then that player shuffles his or her hand into his or her library. Gets to that limited scope of like Jace being a ruthless agent who was willing to mind wipe everybody. Being able to shape somebody's entire mind was a key part of his character.
Carrie told me that Mind Sculptor encapsulated
Pause,
all of
please
Jace's work in
pause.
the
Actually, we got a
consortium
YouTube comment.
as an
But
evil-
wait, I also want to ask though. All right, YouTube comment first though. So we have an unknown writer. He says,
"Hey,
unknown writer, welcome." Hey, it says, "Do you think the Ottawa Senators will make playoffs this year?" Yeah, thanks for jumping in an MTG chat to ask us.
Yeah,
I actually don't know. I don't watch. That's hockey, right? Tell me that's hockey. I actually don't know.
Hey, I'm a Golden Knights man myself. New York Rangers.
I don't watch. That's hockey, right?
Yeah.
That's hockey. I actually don't know.
Oh man.
Why am I hearing echoes of myself?
Because I was opening the chat. That's why.
Oh yeah.
I don't even see the chat in this page. But yeah, I'm a Rangers and a Golden Knights fan myself. So personally,
playoffs for the Ottawa Senators, huh?
I don't know.
Yeah.
They're not that. They're Canadians, and they're talking about Senators. Come on, we invented those.
Yeah, I think Jace has been there.
To Canada?
Maybe.
But anyway, yeah, my other question I wanted to ask, he talked about exiling the whole deck. Is that like the dude's ultimate ability?
No, I think I was gonna say that. Yeah, it's the.
Because I didn't even get to read much of the card. Like they haven't explained what that card does, other than they say it's terrifying.
All right, well, let's take a look.
Let's
take a look. Show us a frame with the card.
Yeah, he's pulling that up right now.
And
Actually,
take the subtitles out, I guess.
I was gonna say it. It's like why is
pulling up an image of it straight up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so they mentioned you could look at the top card, put it on the bottom. Okay, that's about the only thing I got.
So,
All right,
that's one of his 2 pluses, and what's good about that, it's Scry, but for your opponent's deck.
Yeah, so it's Lantern Guys, basically.
Because fuck, you can hit either player, so you can Scry yourself.
Oh, you could. Yeah.
Yeah, and what they would call that one the fate sealing one, because in when you draw your cards, well then you have your opening hand. After that, you're always top decking. It's always what is the next card that's gonna feed my deck, and really as soon as they start messing up that sequential order of draw of cards that you draw, the game starts getting wonky. It gets weird.
How do they mess that up? I guess. How does that?
Because
mess it up?
they get to. It says look at the top card of a target player's library. You may put that card on the bottom of that library. If that's a good card, it's going on the bottom. If it's a shitty card, it's staying right where it's going to go. It's going to stay right where it is. It's going to go into that player's hand, and they're not going to be able to use it as a tactical advantage because it's a shitty card that's not going to help their fight against you. And if it is a good card, it's going on the bottom of the library, and they're not going to see it.
That's basically what the Lantern Guys do for AOTP. It's like, dude, they're so annoying. It's so annoying to deal with that.
And not only are those so annoying, but what you gotta consider in Magic is that a third of your deck is lands. So your opponent is gonna look at your top card and be like, "Oh, it's a land. Yeah, draw that shit. I don't care."
Yeah.
Meanwhile, if the top card's a removal spell, and you're like, "Oh, you're about to draw a spell to kill my Jace," yeah, it's going on the bottom.
Yep.
Yeah, it's bad.
That's why Patrick was like, as soon as your opponent says you can keep that card on top, like you're done.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I'm getting fucked next turn. Yeah.
No, that definitely is like, it just adds to the awe of what the Jace Mind Sculptor is.
Okay. Yeah, so that's definitely a main ability. But then the zero is
draw 3.
The zero is the effect of Brainstorm, which is one of the best 1-mana spells ever printed. Now, Brainstorm is that way because it's an instant. But this is a card selection thing. So you draw 3 and put 2 back. So you only net 1 card in your hand. But thing to consider is that Jace came out in the same set as Fetch Lands. And Fetch Lands, they're lands that you sacrifice and then search your deck for a land of like whichever color that they are. Like a Fetch Land might be like, search your deck for a blue or a white land.
And then do you shuffle after that? Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So with Jace, the play pattern becomes you draw 3 cards, and then you put 2 cards you don't need back in, and shuffle your deck so you don't have to draw those shitty cards.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's way better card advantage than it even looks like because of that fact.
But bro, the ultimate. All right, return target creature to their owner's hand. But the ultimate, right? Exile all cards from target player's library. Yeah, so they shuffle their hand into the library, and then so they don't even have a hand anymore too. That's atrocious.
They don't have a hand.
That is nutty.
The deck becomes like what, 4 or 5 cards? Like
basically.
Yep.
You're not winning that game.
Yeah, that's basically like you basically lose the game if that triggers. It's over. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's
I've died
you're
to a
really
Jace the Mind Sculptor before, yes.
Oh yeah. No, it's no fun, and it's basically Jace making you forget how to breathe. Is what I always kind of flavorly thought about that as. Is that he's like Professor X, and he can totally mess you up.
Okay.
You know.
All right.
So,
Good sidetrack. We can definitely go back to the video. Thanks for showing.
Oh no, totally. But I mean, you just think about how powerful this card is. It
Swiss Army knife, man.
Yeah, it totally messed people up for years. Let's see here. Go back to the Boogeyman.
Entire library, exile all cards from target player's library, then that player shuffles his or her hand into his or her library. Gets to that limited scope of like Jace being
It's still showing the card another
willing
thing.
to
Yeah, I know.
everybody. Being able to shape somebody's entire mind was a key part of his character.
Carrie told me that Mind Sculptor encapsulated all of Jace's work in the Consortium as an evil agent of Tezzeret, as explored in the novel Agents of Artifice.
It's a strange era because throughout that time he is
Whatever.
displayed as...
What was that, Don?
What's
Go ahead.
The card that book may or may not be canon, but
Okay. Mm-hmm. But Jace's time with the what did he just say? The agents? No, not the agents. The consortium. That was true. That did happen.
yeah. They were kind of like there are some conflicts with like a couple of the lore elements, like mentioning where Chandra came from and stuff like that are conflictory. So they're like, oh, if it's conflicted in a different book, like it's not canon. Someone was wrong.
But they even have, conflicts between the card art and the Magic story. The story will say one thing, but then the pictures in the card art will be totally different. So they don't get it right all the time either. Yeah. All right. Okay.
As a morally ambiguous character.
Learning that Jace used to be a villainous character led to more questions, though. How did he shift so far away from these behaviors and become the Guild Pact for Ravnica, a sort of ultimate arbiter assigned to keep the guilds intact?
So 3 eras, very loosely, I would put them at pre-RTR, that is his Consortium era, and then RTR to Battle for Zendikar is his very loosely Guild Pact era, and then Battle for Zendikar starts his post-Magic origin story, which is him trying to feel some responsibility for the Eldrazi mess and fix it.
Right, so 3 eras of Jace, starting with the evil Mind Sculptor, then moving into a neutral and law-abiding role on Ravnica, and finally into a detective role determined to tamper the destruction he brought to Zendikar. This was the first moment I fully understood the depth of Jace's character.
Did you have something to say? Or
No, I
you just like
laughed.
thinking about Jace?
I just laughed, yeah.
This is Jace's character arc, though, dude. Yeah.
An aspect that many Magic players criticize him for lacking, and so I asked Carrie about Jace fatigue.
There it is.
That Magic is obsessed with using him as an icon for their brand.
But when you look back on like the last decade, which is an entire era of post-mending storytelling, he's not in that much. It's more of an optics issue where people think that they see more of Jace than they do.
What?
Only 9 Jace Planeswalker cards have ever been printed, and 2 of them were in Ixalan. In comparison, Garrick has seen 5 Walker cards, and the last one was 3 years ago. Gideon is next.
I am happy that we do see Garrick more. You know, he came back. He was missing for a long time. He got really messed up, turned black.
Yep. He looks so cool, dude.
He looked so badass. He was the Planeswalker killer. He literally killed other Planeswalkers in the story.
I love it.
All right, Gideon. Here's your boy Gideon.
With 6 Planeswalker
White supremacy.
cards bearing his name. Both Chandra and Nissa have 8 Planeswalker cards each, only 1 fewer than Jace, and Liliana is in a close third with 7 of her own. So Jace's distribution is not as prevalent as you may think. His reputation as Mind Sculptor has superseded his falsely perceived ubiquity in the game. The Boogeyman, in essence, is all in our head.
Wow, that actually blows my mind, because I was just saying, oh, it's like the professor was saying, slap a Jace on it and selling it, and now this kid is saying it's all made up?
Well,
That brings us to now.
That's just, like he's in a lot of the subs, the like other side shit, like AOT, for instance.
Yep.
So I don't disagree with the professor's point. But the fact is, in the story, they do cycle through characters pretty consistently.
Yeah, it seems like they do. Yeah.
In the main line.
Sculptor's
Mhm.
banning. The card is only seen
Oh, it's
play in the
potatoes
Lycian
chicken
vintage.
ass right now.
It's the cubes who dared to tinker
Baked
with his raw
potato.
power.
Oh yeah.
Yet from its inception,
Going
Modern
today.
has never
Get other food.
Oh, you didn't get out to go get other food?
Yeah, it was snowing and ooh.
Yeah, you get
Oh,
some
no,
of
man.
that. We're getting nailed over here where I am, over in
I
New
was gonna
York.
say,
Your neighbor.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm up in New Hampshire. I'm waiting for it. I'm down in my basement though, so I can't see outside.
Lamau.
All right, let's see
It's
here.
perfect though, because I'm restarting my D&D campaign tomorrow, and it's a Rime of the Frost Maiden.
That's so cool, man. That's awesome.
I haven't played this campaign in like 8 months because the last session we had, I blacked out drinking. I've been traumatized. Like I'm like, oh
yeah.
But I'm ready to go back. And then what happens? Snowstorm the day before. So it's
Yeah.
meant.
I know. It is the way it goes, man.
Oh yeah.
You don't play that on Roll20. It's a in-person thing, which I don't blame you. I mean, it all depends on what.
A split depends on what the group calls for.
I was gonna say, do you guys want to keep watching this video? I think it's losing cohesion because it's just talking about banning and unbanning Jace over and over again.
Yeah, if there's nothing that you can remember, I don't care either way.
What's this thing? I think this is more Freddy stuff at the end. So let's see what he says.
Resurrection. All I can say to you now, my dear listener, is to be careful where you take your dreams, for they may come back to haunt you. I'm a proud partner of Card Keep.
Yeah, we know. Okay.
That's pretty prescient at this point because he got completed and then fucked off at the end of the story. So we don't know where Jace is right now in the story.
Yeah, he got really fucked up. We were talking about that a little bit yesterday because I was like, look at how bad they did Nisa. But yeah, Jace.
Nissa got done the second baddest. Nahiri got done the worst.
She did.
She gets her hands removed, bro.
Oh.
She got her hands turned into swords.
What? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, pull out the Nahiri. Unforgiving is the Phyrexian one.
Oh yeah, there it is. That's it. Yeah, you can definitely see like her giant yellow arms that are blades.
I was gonna say, why is that?
That Nahiri, total MILF.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm on the wrong Nahiri.
That Nahiri though, what did they do?
Open image. Here we go.
Hey.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Done dirty, man.
Yeah, like her arms then become those like soul. What do they call it? Soul edges? No.
Swords.
Swords.
What?
What is it? The thing I love about this art is the Geiger inspired, I don't know, biomechanical thing that she's standing on. Like
yeah, it seems like she's in the draw sphere, like whatever the black sphere is.
It looks like it's straight out of the movie Aliens. Like it just looks so badass. Yeah, but yeah, you're right. The Drosphere, the vaporous gas mephedros, or something like that. Yep.
It's called the Dross Pits.
Okay, yeah. So Nahiri got messed up. She turned Phyrexian. It's actually kind of neat because one of her cards was. I was gonna say, that's actually the Magic the Gathering story. Assault when she becomes Phyrexian, Uncontrolled Descent. You could read the entire story about the failed 10 Planewalker strike team on New Phyrexia. But what is it? The card art there where she knows that she got infected and she thinks, well, it couldn't be that bad because now people don't have to worry about me. I'll fight until I turn and that's how it is, you know. And she does. She fights until the end. She actually, right after Shieldred gets killed, she uses her lithomancy to raise the entire Phyrexian Colosseum. I think in this art, and basically, like this whole thing gets crumbled underneath. That was like her final dying act or whatever, you know. In the story, she does survive, but this entire Colosseum, Phyrexian Colosseum, gets destroyed.
Yeah, and Harry's fucking dope, man.
Oh, she's badass.
Definitely one of my favorite walkers.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. New, completed and safe planeswalkers revealed. Because they knew that out of the 10, who was gonna get messed up, who wasn't.
It was gonna be, I think we knew it was gonna be 5 from the jump. And everybody wanted Luca to get converted because he's a fucking bitch.
Yeah, it happened. Well, it's so funny because they were like, he's like, oh, I'm going to commune with the beast, the Phyrexian beast. They're like, that's not a good idea. These things are trying to take over our bodies. And he's like, no, it's okay. I got control of it. And it's like, very quickly, he didn't have things under control.
He literally got completed within 10 seconds of getting onto the plane.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a canon thing or like a comic where like the Predators are talking and they're like, oh, how's like the invasion of those planeswalkers go? Because they like knew they were coming. They're like, oh, how's the like dealing with this planeswalker invasion going? Like, did we complete them? And the green Predators talking to the other one like, oh yeah, like we got this one like accidentally, like we weren't even trying.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
he just rolled up and we just like rolled up and had this guy who was completed. Like,
you know what I think is funny though is because if you look at him, look at what he's bonded with. I think that's actually this card is called an
Actually, okay.
A armored scrap gorger.
I think actually
it does look better than that. So I think
Scrap Gorger is a card, but
it's not an armored scrap gorger. Thank God.
No,
it's like he fell victim to trash. Like that would have been terrible.
No, that's a good card. That's a good card actually. But
but it's like scrap gorger. Like that's a
right. But no. So you know the alchemy cards.
Mm-hmm.
There's an alchemy card of the beast that he bonded with, and I don't remember its name because I don't have room in my brain for
cards that you're not gonna actually hold in your hands. It's this guy,
Right.
bonded engulfer. This one, 100%.
It's a green one with a beast that's like running towards you. Yes, that's it. Yep,
that's what did it.
Huh.
Open image.
Yeah, he was just like, oh, word, a beast. It's free real estate.
Yeah, you're right. That is the beast. 100%.
Yeah, man.
Cool, dude.
That's
Arena
awesome, cool card and
Arena.
And,
Alchemy.
Every once in a while, yeah.
What made me sad about this one was the Darksteel Hydra.
Yeah,
I want that. I want that as a physical card.
I don't. That card has no interesting design to it at all.
I know. I just love Darksteel stuff and Hydras, so I just.
Yeah, but like it's like, oh, when you fucking make him, what you get like a goddamn he gets like a loot box drop. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I know. It doesn't. It's not super cool, but it's just. I was like, why? I'll never have a Darksteel Hydra. That's so crazy.
Just print it.
Really, I was gonna say if we're talking about stuff, no, I can't find it. It was like a Lockston creature that made Murs, and I thought that was such a cool one.
That one is cool, yeah.
I was gonna say.
What's her name? Galta. Shows a G. It's a white card, so you gotta scroll up. Yep, Galma. Yep.
Dude, you are on it, dude.
Dude, I got a big ass brain. What can I say?
Yeah. So this guy definitely very cool, very flavorful. Love it. Because I love everything from the Murodin block. That's from when I started Magic, and very cool with the mirror and the flavor of it all.
I think Galma is on some flavor text from original Mirrodin, actually.
I think so too. Yep. All right. So let's see. I was gonna say we're kind of. So Jace is messed up though. Let's see. That's what I was originally looking up. Jace, he got turned.
She's present on the flavor text of Tempered Steel, which is the enchantment that she conjures. It gives artifacts +2/+2.
Yeah, so in the story, the 10-man Planeswalker team, they have a plan. They have the equivalent to a magical nuke, right? So there's this relic. It's called the Silex. It was originally used to destroy the Phyrexians in Urza's time, and they have replicated it and brought it to New Phyrexia. The problem is that Elish Norn put a plane-wide barrier around New Phyrexia, so when planeswalkers attempted to planeswalk to the plane, they wouldn't be able to planeswalk to their intended target. They get thrown somewhere else, and the whole team got scattered. And Jace, as soon as he started to establish his telepathy, he heard Vraska calling, "Jace, help! I need you." He then abandoned his whole plan, and he said, "I need to go to where Vraska is. My love, she's calling for me." And everything starts to go sour immediately after that. They're like, "Jace, you have the magical nuke. You can't go and walk into a undefined direction with that. Like, we need to use that to go kill Elish Norn." And he's just on a single track mind. It's very unlike Jace, but it's also probably another part of his character arc too. But he goes and he finds Vraska, and they're united, and she backstabs him.
He has a thing for black chicks, dude. That's all there is to it.
Dude, he gave it up for his tentacle mommy GF.
Yeah,
can you blame him, really?
I know. So anyway, so
it's
Jason,
better than how Luca got done dirty. I mean, come on.
Yeah, no, the story was really good. But Jace falls to Phyrexian influence.
Come on, this is the guy that casts illusions on himself to give himself a Chad chin.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, of course he's gonna give it up for Vraska. Like.
So, let's see. I guess gonna say. Yeah.
So what you're saying is we should make Phyrexianized planeswalkers for AOTP.
Yeah, we should.
What would that look like, I wonder?
I have already started again. Heroforge. I did it with one that died, so Tamio.
Word. Rest in peace.
That way she just comes and goes. So we're gonna go to my Heroforge website.
Oh.
I was gonna say, avert your eyes.
Hero.
Tammy.
Aminata.
So I tried a couple of different versions of Tamio.
Oh my goodness.
I got like this one, try the head and different clothing options. Tried this one.
That one's awesome.
I like that one too, personally.
I was gonna say Tamio. I was gonna say that it actually I think looks closer to this one because it's the scroll. Just flying.
No, she looks.
There was a certain Tamio card that I was trying to. So if you think about this Tamio, the Moon Sage, with all the gold, and her having the feather quill and the book in her hand, where I tried to give her gold treatment, the feather quill, and the book in her hand. And then what would a completed Tamio look like?
Heroforge has like a lot of detail and options, it seems.
There's more even since I made these.
That's crazy that it really has those fucking floating glyph things. Like the same thing.
Well, they're actually shields. She's holding them in her hand or whatever, but yeah.
Still, that looks cool.
That is dope.
I think it evokes what it needs to evoke.
Cameo completed Sage.
Do you have that as an SCL file?
No, I bought the miniature. You click on buy and then. Yeah, whatever floats your boat, and it is a XXL because of the stupid shields.
Wait, that's the size of it compared to a D20? Like, is that what the D20 is there for, as like a comparison?
Yeah,
that's
an
extra large. Like that's
figures.
Yeah, that's about to say that. Like that's literally AOTP.
I was gonna say I'm talking to you guys on the chat. Let me grab the figure and stuff real fast.
Oh yeah, sure. Let's see Don. Yeah, get on a nut pack, right? Isn't that what you say?
Yeah. No. A nut pack is only if her card is good would I be on that.
We'll have to ask him about the card too when he gets back. If he's made a card.
Yeah.
One of
See,
it's gotta
the
be in one of his
nut
1400
pack is when I'm
cards.
mechanically excited.
Okay.
Yeah. My how we say, my vernacular is very well defined.
Sure.
I'm gonna say it. This is.
Don't shore me.
Sure.
No,
You
this
sound
is quite
uncivilized
long.
all the
Floating around.
time. All right.
I was gonna say
Oh,
it's
Gideon?
It's actually too bright. Too bright.
It looks fine, dude. It looks fine.
This I gotta see. Wait, I didn't see it.
It's always too bright. I would say,
Well,
yeah.
No, for one thing.
Yeah, so you got your Gideon, and then move over Gideon, and then there's the Heroescape.
Yeah,
miniature.
dude, that's so dope.
Hero Forge.
My God,
Forge
she's even taller than him. That's so hot.
Well, he's on that wobbled, not flat base.
Right. Do you have any? Do you try to fix that at all? Sometimes I use heat to try to bend it back into place.
Yeah, you can dip them in boiling water and then quickly douse it in.
Yeah, you can. Yep.
Cooler water, but
water that's cool like me. Dude, that is absolutely sick. That is a great miniature. Did it come painted like that, or did you paint it?
No, I did the pre-made. So it's if we're on the website, and I go down, so it's the color plastic. Yeah, the expensive. It's kind of gross, but.
So it was like $55. Is that what it says?
Mm-hmm. For one miniature, I know, but it's a planeswalker.
This man is invested.
Yep, that's true.
But you know what? She's one of a kind, and she's also probably not gonna survive the Phyrexian invasion. All right, but yeah, I can't drop this, so let me set this down.
Yeah. You have a card for her?
We'll ask him when he gets back. He just took his headset off.
Oh. Weird.
We'll have to see. He's got to have a card. There's no way he doesn't. He's got 1,400 cards, and he spent $50 on the figure.
Yeah.
Of course, I spared no expense, man.
Yeah. Hey, so you got an army card for her?
Yeah, I don't have it on this computer.
We gotta criticize you about how overpowered she's gonna be.
Oh yeah, she's gonna be, and she's gonna have miles of text.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow, that's really detailed. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, try make some Phyrexian planeswalkers.
I wonder what kind of mechanical through line they might possess.
Yeah,
what makes a planeswalker in AOTP a Phyrexian?
I was gonna say, then let's do this, guys. So, I've always wanted to recreate that for the strike team on New Phyrexia. So maybe what we'll try to do is, I don't know, come up with, who was in that?
So
I got about 5 minutes, and then I gotta kill the stream, guys. I gotta go soon. So.
But yeah, do you have Scryfall open?
Yeah, I was gonna say, so who do we have like planeswalkers of?
Alright, so on Scryfall, type :planeswalker.
I was gonna say, here's the list or whatever though.
Well, yeah, you can see the cards if you go on Scryfall, and it'll show you the Phyrexian ones as well.
Oh, okay, but I mean, I know, or at least have we can do this like only 5 minutes. So, Jace,
it's like 2 seconds. What are you doing?
Scryfall?
Yeah. Yeah, Scryfall is the reason my magic brain's so big. All right. So type :planeswalker. No.
That's
like the word type, and then :planeswalker.
Oh, type.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yep.
Isn't that a semicolon? Yeah.
That's a semicolon.
Yeah, I think you have to hold shift and press that same key.
And then no space. No space between the.
Wow.
Yeah, and then set :1, and then hit enter.
Execute that.
Yeah. All
right.
All the planeswalkers from the set, and then 5 of them are Phyrexian. So it's Jace, Luca, Nahiri, Vraska, and Nissa.
Okay, so Jace, though, we have a figurine for Jace. Came in the base game.
Yeah,
For
pretty much.
Kaito, there is an unpainted Magic the Gathering miniatures
Little ninja.
figure,
That's
figure
true.
of Kaito.
Same for Kaya.
Same for Kaya.
I've
There's
seen
no
Kaya, I
Koth
think,
figurine.
Yep.
So that he's out or whatever. You know, we can't do or play the game with no miniature. Or, I guess it actually wouldn't necessarily matter because we play with digital assets anyway.
Right.
Luca, there's no physical miniature that I've
This
found of him.
I call for a 2-spacer because he's literally like stapled to his beast.
That'd be a cool idea. Yeah. Or like a guy riding a beast or
Yeah,
something.
dude, double space planeswalkers. That's an interesting concept. We should. That has to happen.
We do have a Nahiri planeswalker, but not a Phyrexian version or whatever.
That's a Kit Bash waiting to happen.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, there you go. You could Kit Bash. Nisa, dang, yeah, they messed her up.
Yeah.
The Eternal Wanderer comes with the Kaito unpainted one.
Yeah, you're right.
I was gonna say, I actually have them right.
Gaming. So the thing about these planeswalkers, the Phyrexian ones, the way their mechanical line is that they have Phyrexian mana to cast them, which means you can pay life.
Yeah, I remember that.
Or mana into them, but that doesn't really translate to AOTP. So I wonder what would be like a mechanical way to include them.
Yeah, but they got the miniatures there though. Kaito and the Wanderer come together.
For
me, dude, in my mind, it'd be like, yeah, at the start of the game, it's like deal 1 damage to the planeswalker or discard a card from your hand or something funny like that. I don't know. That's my first thought.
That's the straight downside, so I don't know, like, would their other abilities just be better? Like, well, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's see.
That Tyvar is great. I love him.
Tyvar?
He's a Chad.
There's no, he's an elf from, called So what was it? But I don't think there's no miniature for him. But actually, I think I saw one.
You just find an elf with no shirt, you know?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. You just see like an unarmed elf with no shirt. Like that. I don't think that would be that hard to find, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he just posted more. 20 hours ago, he just posted more miniatures.
What?
Yo, does that guy? So wait, does that guy play AOTP? Do you happen to know?
I don't know. We definitely should talk to him though.
Yeah,
but yeah, look, he has a Tyvar freaking miniature that you can 3D print.
Oh,
it's
dude.
kind of goofy looking. Like he's definitely he's something else, but it's dude, it's better than nothing.
Yep.
I guess.
Yeah. Or like you said, you
could get the original card, yeah.
Yeah. But and then Vraska, yeah, there's no miniature of Vraska that I know.
Like Gorgussy.
Yeah, it's not like you couldn't find a Medusa.
I feel like she might actually be a little harder than the average bear.
But it's not like you couldn't grab any other Medusa
it's just
miniature
any
with a
random,
bunch of
yep.
with some good paint job and some other convincing assets.
Don't you find that most Medusa miniatures have like the tail thing going on? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's a Vraska miniature right here. Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica.
I've seen that one. Yeah, that's in the Guide to Ravnica. Yeah, legitimately, it's actually right there.
Then there it is.
That one definitely needs a coat of paint to be a Vraska, but
yeah, especially if it was a Phyrexian version of it or whatever. But yeah,
Right.
I mean, there is so much stuff to pull from, you guys. Yeah, it's all there. So anyway, okay, so that's okay. So we have miniatures. Do we have battle maps? So,
well, we what's it called? One of the fellows on this Discord is working on a battle map. I don't know exactly what his technology is for that.
D-Dance?
What?
Are you talking like D-Dance? Who are you talking about?
No, Arcanus is making one, isn't he?
Oh, okay. You mean like for our yeah. I was telling Shinobi about that. Yeah, for our frickin' Zendikar expeditions. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, that's so cool.
I don't know exactly what that looks like.
Yeah, it's mostly in Arcanus' hands. He's got that planned.
Right. So that's something I want to ask him about tomorrow.
I'm thinking this guy. What is it? Rakdos?
What? No clue.
How do I get to his just?
Just grab some picture, shove some hexes on it. Yep.
Well, but though this guy makes Ravnica battle maps.
Right.
Wow.
So you think about going to the world of Ravnica. Oh, they are. They look awesome. Anyways, he has ones for New Phyrexia. Ask me anything. Heck, I gotta ask him. Oh, but he uses it for D&D.
Right, that looks like a D&D thing.
Yeah. D&D really be having the effect of cornering the tabletop market.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, big time. Collections, and then what is it?
Although some of my D&D group are trying to get into Warhammer in that, so I'm like, yes, one step closer. I'm like, hey, forget Warhammer. I've got an even simpler war game for you guys.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, try and see if they're turned off by how insanely complex or more complex it is, and then just be like, all right, AOTP.
Hey, what if I told you could have 5 figures and 12 cards?
I was gonna say, am I doing just a screen share of just my browser?
I think so, yeah. Oh my fucking god.
Orzhov? Wait, what colors are Orzhov? Is it? Oh, that's white, black, right?
White, black. Yep.
Okay.
Imagine that shit becomes memorized fast.
Let's see here.
All right, boys. I do gotta hop off. I gotta call it a night.
All right,
Have fun talking.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna wrap it up too. So cool, man.
Yeah. We talk.
All right. Thanks for playing. Oh,
Yeah.
not even playing. Just answering my questions and hanging out.
Discuss.
Yeah, dude. Discussions are fun.
Mm.
All right, boys. Yeah, good chat. Y'all have a good night. Have fun talking about your completed walkers.
All right. Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll see.
No, they're very incomplete in terms of a mechanical idea, but whatever.
Yeah.
You guys have made something.
Word. Shinobi, I was telling you before about my campaign.